This morning, the twin towns of Santa Elena and San Ignacio were alive with activity as people from all over the country gathered to secure their spots on the banks of the Macal River for the perfect view of the 2024 La Ruta Maya River Challenge. This year boasted a large turnout as 67 teams would be vying to be the first to cross the finish line on Monday. The race began at its usual starting point, at the Hawksworth Bridge in San Ignacio, where it journeyed down the Macal River to Banana Bank. Among this year's competitors are returning champs, slim and trim like Guava Lim, who stated that they were feeling the pressure.
So you guys are the returning champs. How do you feel about that?
Well, we feel proud and pressured, right? Because, they will want to win us and we have to try to defend it.
Are you confident that you and your team will be able to pull it off today?
First God, yes.
Fellow Guava Lim team member Andres Cab stated that they have put in about 4 months of training and plan to recite a prayer before the race to prepare.
Oh well, right now we will do a prayer, and then we'll get in the water, warm up, so we don't stretch no muscle when we start.
As one of Belize's biggest events of the year, the race garners a lot of tourist attraction to San Ignacio. Visitors from all over the country travel to witness and participate in the activities. We spoke with team manager of first-time competitors, the Panthers, Jim Berryman, who is a past paddler himself. Berryman stated that the team is representing Batsub, and while they did not have a lot of time to practice, they are excited to participate.
Done a few training sessions, only 2 training sessions actually. The first one was about 12 miles, second one was 37, so they're not the most experienced, but we're here to take part.
All right, so you guys confident in your performance today?
Oh yes, very confident. I think we've got a good chance of the win. Yeah, we've been eyeing the trophy up, so yeah, definitely.
The race not only exists to garner tourist attention, but it brings attention to the cultural and environmental significance of the river. Event organizer Roberto Harrison highlighted the significance of these assets to us.
This event started as kind of a way to get people of San Ignacio together to have an event for the long weekend. How has the event elevated itself since its beginning?
Well, first of all, we were looking at something to replace the one-day event, the 9th of March, the Barrambles Day. Normally, small events happening, but nothing much at the rest of the day and the rest of the weekend. So we coined the idea of putting something that would be more than just San Ignacio. And we came up and finally agreed that we would try this 4-day event. It's been a very trying thing over the years, because initially we looked at promoting not only the race as a sport, but looking at the culture, the different communities along this river. There's a history behind this river.
Harrison explained that there are several key factors to consider when highlighting the importance of the river: historical, environmental, and cultural.
It was the business highway for people from San Ignacio to Belize City and Belize City to San Ignacio. We look at the environmental side because then and now there's quite a bit of difference in the banks of the river. So we wanted to look at how we can promote or create that awareness to replenish some of the green in the riverbanks. And we also look at the historical aspect because, again, history has it that this river was used by the Mayas to transport food from up Belize down or down Belize and up to San Ignacio. We looked at the communities themselves during the logging period, where we knew that those communities were significant and on how the goods were transported up on the river. So we look at the race in 3 parts: environment, history, and the culture of the river itself.
Typical for the race is the overturning of canoes, as paddlers battle with the currents rushing against them. One team that encountered this setback was the Belize Coast Guard, which still managed to place 3rd, despite the initial drawback at the start of the race.
We placed the top 3 today. Unfortunately,
we had a bad start, and that's the consequences of a bad start, right? But as the team captain, I'm always, my job is to keep the motivation high in my boat, so that you know we managed to pick up back a momentum and start closing back the gap on the other teams. And today was one of the hardest day ever in my years of paddling La Ruta Maya, right? We really worked hard today. I mean, maybe if we had a little more time, maybe we would have closed the gap a little more. But yeah, that's a part of the race. We still have 3 more days, and anything can happen in a race.
The race ended with a close call as returning champs Guava Lim finished with a 0.5-second lead over Team Lucas Oil Mail, which encountered an obstacle just before the finish line. We checked in with today's victors post-win for an update.
So you just finished the race and you came in first place. How are you feeling?
Well, first of all, I want to give thanks to God and that have given the opportunity to win the race. And we are feeling tired, but we are feeling tired but happy at the same time.
Do you feel that this win has eased some of the anxiety as the returning champs?
Well, I guess so. So like we won today, so tomorrow maybe will be a better day for us.
The feeling of the paddlers may be mixed, but the race has only just begun, and that coveted title is still up for grabs. Britney Gordon for News 5.